Hey guys, Ryan Mac Jr. here. I'm just going to show you real quick how to do lubrication holes in your two-stroke piston. Hopefully just ignore the noise in the background. Other people working in the garage right now. So I just recently first heard of holes in the piston for lubrication, and the reason for them being is because if you have a split exhaust port, your little exhaust port bridge there, that is usually the hottest part of the engine. It has tons of stress. They'll even tend to warp sometimes, they get so hot. And so a good way to cool down your engine and elongate life by adding small little holes. I don't have a hole in this one yet, but you can see where I have it marked out. Adding small little holes into your piston, so then that way when your piston's going, it's got fresh mix coming in the crankcase, and some of that mix gets up underneath the piston. Some of that mix will actually leak out of the hole and run up against the exhaust port bridge. Right, so obviously the first way to really find out and make sure that you're doing this right is you're going to want to mock up your piston onto your engine. Alright, so what I did is I had it on my rod, and I know that the ring gap goes to the back of the cylinder. So I had it like this, right? And my exhaust port's over here on the side. But basically, once you have the piston on the rod and the cylinder on it, you can run it up the top dead center. Obviously don't do this like I'm doing it right here, but I'm just showing you. Run it up the top dead center, and then scribe a line on each side of your exhaust port bridge. And then, once you pull it out, alright, you have two lines here on your piston. Right? Then you're going to take a caliper to the inside and set the depth down to that casting, where that casting is. Take that depth, divide it by 2, and then put it on the front side here, so then you know how far down you need to drill your hole. And obviously if you're working with a bigger piston, like a bike piston, you can have multiple holes in a line down that width. Alright, so I'm going to double check my work here real quick, and then we'll drill. Guys, so obviously your drill bit size depends on, you know, your bridge and everything, your width that you need. But so we got a real tiny one, and we're using the wrist pin there so we can get the piston pretty dang straight up and down, so we don't have an angled hole once it goes through.
Back in the box.
There you go, now you guys can see the hole pretty clearly. Real tiny. And then maybe if you can see it from the inside there. Really tiny. Sweet. Before I'm picking up here, you just want to, you know, put the piston back on the rod. Put your wrist pin in, put the cylinder on, and then just turn it back over to top dead center, you know, and well, you guys can't really see in there, but you know, just make sure that everything lines up good, you know. I don't know really how you could mess it up, but I'm sure there's people out there who could. So yeah, see you next time.